Ladies and gentlemen, RosterWatch Nation, welcome back to the epic RosterWatch Podcast, brought to you by UnderDog Fantasy. Go use promo code ROSTER over at UnderDog Fantasy today for a $25, actually up to a $100 deposit bonus, 100% deposit bonus. Make sure to get in the $25 Best Ball Mania. We're going to be doing a live stream right now. It looks like we're waiting on a few teams to enter this thing. Whenever we get this thing started, we will bring the screen up, and what we're going to do is Trashman and I are going to use the cheat sheet, the RosterWatch Underdog Best Ball cheat sheet for this thing. Trashman is going to have his opinions, I'm sure, that he'll kind of write down and keep down. So after the stream is done and after we've drafted this $2 million winning team, we can sort of discuss what it was that we might want to do different or changes we might make to the cheat sheet. Certainly a little bit earlier than usual for one of these streams, Trash Man. What the hell, man? This East Coast stuff got you want to do this kind of early stuff?
Well, we're supposed to go out on the boat later, so I want to go ahead and knock this out.
You guys going fishing?
Yeah.
Oh man, I should have made it out there to Florida for the RosterWatch trip. I'll be out there soon enough.
$65 flights on Allegiant.
Well, but then I'd have to fly Allegiant. It's golly. A quick note. There's actually some people who are RosterWatch members or viewers or subscribers who've actually asked us, what is best ball? And just quickly, what we can tell you about it is, we've been playing best ball for 5 or 6 years, and it used to be on MFL 10s, and then best ball 10s, and FFPC of course has it, but Underdog has really revolutionized it with these big tournaments. And what all it is you draft a team. You can draft a team between now and the start of the season. And once you draft a team, it's 18 rounds. You don't start a kicker. You don't start a defense. You start one quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and 1 flex, as well as one tight end. And you just draft the team now, and that's the team that you keep. There's no trades. There's no setting your lineup or anything. It's called best ball because it takes your best lineup. You don't have any start-sit decisions. It just takes your best lineup every single week to put into the optimal. And then you go against the 12 people who are in your league. In these tournaments, you have a few weeks of the playoffs wherever, you'll go, if you win your league, your 12-team league, I think it's week 14, the first round of the playoffs, Trash Me, and you go to, I think it's a 10 team where you got to win it. Then it's a 16 team. And then after that, you go into a big, I forget how many are left after that, but I think it's like 400. It changes every year. I think this year's like 475. I'll have to go look. And then you got to win that thing to win the 2 million. So we're going to have to take our shots here. On the cheat sheet, it'll tell you the number of players you should draft at each position. It'll tell you what to do if you fill up at one position, if you feel good with the quota that you've gotten. It'll also tell you, if you can, to think about your stacks and think about the teams that you really like, the situations that you like. So if you get into something early where, you take a wide receiver who you really like, and it comes up later to where kind of on the cheat sheet, his quarterback will be close to where you should be picking, you should probably deviate from the sheet a little bit to go and get that quarterback or to make that stack happen. Because just like in DFS tournaments, we want to just increase our upside. And the way that we can do that is by correlating our scoring across positions. And what that means in layman's terms is just, if your quarterback throws a touchdown to this wide receiver or this tight end, you don't just get the points from the wide receiver, the tight end. You also get the points from the quarterback, which, correlates. And that's something that you'll want to do. So right now we're still waiting on, it looks like this draft. If you guys want to join one with us right now too, you can. I'm hype machine on Underdog, like I am across all the fantasy spots. Trash Man is not going to be drafting here on this one, but he will be just helping me. But the Best Ball Mania that's filling up right now, man, if you guys want to jump in, go ahead and jump in. But like I said, still 7 spots remaining. We will be using the Best Ball cheat sheet that I'll be updating to version 3.3 right after this is over. In the meantime, Trash Man, as we're just kind of waiting on this thing, I would have expected it to fill a little bit. Man, you just wanted to do this so early. I don't think anybody's up yet.
How many are filled?
No, we're still waiting on 7. So we have 5 filled so far. we'll have a little bit of a wait here before we get this thing going, but it doesn't matter. We can talk some about football. And my question to you was this: I was dealing with Alvin Kamara earlier, kind of moving him around on the cheat sheet. For now, I just kind of feel like I want to be out on Alvin Kamara. I don't know your general thoughts on it. It's just, to me, it's like, now we always knew that this was going to happen, that we were going to get to about this time in the summer when people start thinking about this stuff critically. It's going to happen with Chris Godwin, we said, and it's going to happen with Alvin Kamara, we said. These ADPs have been just too high for too long, with the fact that these guys are going to be missing. I mean, it's going to happen with Jameson Williams now too, with the word coming out that he's going to miss the start of the season. I was just like, did nobody think these guys were going to miss the start of the season? You know, Kamara, they're saying that the video that's coming out has footage of him. What was it? 8 punches, one of which occurring after the guy was supposedly unconscious and stuff. I think that that's going to be a tough one to not get
in UFC.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one to not get 6 to 8 games. You know, I mean, what do you think? It's going to be 4 games? Even if it's 4 games.
6 sounds
even
like
if it's
like a good number to me.
Even if it's 4 games, wouldn't you rather just have Aaron Jones?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather have Saquon Barkley in an improved?
Yeah, I think Barkley's going to have a big year.
Yeah, man. So I think I'm kind of settling in on Alvin Kamara in the same area where, you know, we're a little bit lower on Javonte Williams than some other people are, just because I feel like that's another thing people are going to come to realize.
Because you're mad that that he's not the bell cow there.
Well, hey, man, and like you said, Trash Man, like hey, let's not move him up until we find out about Melvin Gordon. I'm like, what do you mean until we find out about Melvin Gordon? Who gives a shit? Who cares about this, man? But yeah, dude, it's been, you know, it's been a tough deal for him for sure. I just, you know, I think that that's where Kamara belongs, you know, somewhere right around there. And I'm wondering do you think he belongs even below like Chubb or Javonte?
I could put him below Chubb.
Well, okay, but Chubb, in this kind of setup, man, I know it's just, you know, UnderDog is half PPR for anybody who doesn't know, and so Chubb is not dinged quite as much as this as he will be in like the DraftKings contest where it's full point PPR. But I mean, to me, Kamara seems like, man, he's got the absolute monster games in his wheelhouse that he can bring you.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you feel like you're going to be able to get value at the running back position and upside after that, I mean, since it is best ball, then, you know, maybe.
Well, here's the thing. And it's just, as long as we're talking about it, the way that the sheet is built right now, and we're only waiting on 4 people at this point. So it looks like this thing's filling up. But it feels like there's a group of 17 running backs who I'm going to want to come out of it with 2 of them, you know. I'm going to want to come out of it with 2 of them. And then hopefully from there, I can just really kind of ignore the position until we get to the real sort of scrub guys. On the cheat sheet, it'll tell you with the running backs, you want to take between 4 and 6. With the wide receivers, you want to take between 7 and 10. When quarterbacks and tight ends are the 2 onesie positions, make sure their buys are different, but you're going to be wanting to take, you know, 2 of those guys, maybe 3 if you're super weak, right? And so I think the builds that I like the best is whenever I can go 4 running backs that I really like and just that I can count on. If I can get start out with like a Christian McCaffrey, you know, I've started out with I've started out with McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley.
I think it's a little bit of an oxymoron saying running backs you can count on and using Christian McCaffrey in the same.
Well, do you know what? And it's fun. Well, but yeah, here's the thing: you got to go for broke in this.
Yeah.
You got to go for broke. So much so that even though Deontay Foreman is kind of cheap in this setup as a handcuff, to where we're going to absolutely love Deontay Foreman as a guy that we can kind of look to for here. I'm going to share the screen because now we're only waiting on a few people here. Looks like, are we filled up? Yeah, we're filled up. So we're picking from the 10. Well, wait, no, the 11 hole here. Anybody I know here haven't played against any of these guys yet so far. So we'll see what happens. I'll get the cheat sheet here pulled up. But yeah, man, and I think in best ball for sure. I don't know how you feel about handcuffing in best ball. We would definitely want to do it in our redraft leagues. We're gonna want to get gonna want to get Christian McCaffrey handcuffed. It feels like in best ball, it's like and especially in a tournament like this, I think in a regular 12-team league, you're fine to try and handcuff these guys. But in a best ball tournament like this, where it's like you're not going to win if your guys get hurt,
Yeah.
So just you need things to go perfect. I've heard there's been talk recently about saying like, well, what if you do have Zeke Elliott and he smashes for the first part of the year, but then he gets hurt and you needed Zeke to get to the playoffs, but then you need Tony Pollard in the playoffs and stuff. And I guess that kind of makes sense. But boy, it feels like you're really threading a needle there. So, all right, first off the board goes Jonathan Taylor. That's probably to be expected. The first three off the boards in all these are going to be Cooper Kupp, Jonathan Taylor, and Christian McCaffrey. Kupp ends up going, looks like that's not the case. So Justin Jefferson ends up going third here.
It's like somebody felt a little bit of somebody heard me talking about McCaffrey.
Maybe so. So I don't know. I mean, I've seen people take Justin Jefferson as the wide receiver too. To me, I just, especially in a best ball Trashman, I could never do it over Jamar Chase. I couldn't. I
could.
So there goes Jay Chase off the board. These guys are getting good, dude. Having Christian McCaffrey fall to you at 105 here for this guy, if he does it, I think he'll do it. But this is going to give him an interesting, it'll give him a unique build for sure. Golly, he went Mark Andrews. So things are going sideways here. How did he just go Mark Andrews? And then this guy goes Deebo Samuel. Oh shit! So dude, Trashman, we're gonna get a really interesting start here at the 111, considering who's gonna fall, because we're gonna have McCaffrey at the 1.7. So we're gonna have we're gonna get like Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, maybe Stephon Diggs, one of those four here at the 111, and we'll be able to turn right around and get somebody real. We could start out with like a.
What's up, Dave?
Diggs goes. Derrick Henry goes. Austin Eckler goes. You like Najee Harris or Dalvin Cook better here, Trash Man? I fight with this thing every time.
I'm going for broke with Cook.
Yeah, me too. All right, so we'll go with Dalvin right there. So we got Dalvin. We got him, Trash Man. We got Dalvin, and then we'll see what happens here. We might be, dude. I mean, what if we can get Najee here? What if we could get CeeDee Lamb or Mixon or something here next?
What if we get Dalvin's brother later on? That'd be pretty tight.
Yeah, that'd be good. I think probably here, I think we might end up with CeeDee Lamb if we just go by the cheat sheet. We'll see what happens with this Najee pick. Otherwise, it's going to be CeeDee Lamb. So they go Devontae Adams. They're going to go Najee next. We're going to get CeeDee. Well, would you rather have Joe Mixon than CeeDee Lamb and just really lock up running back early? I think CeeDee's set to smash.
No, I'd rather CeeDee Lamb. We've kind of run our early projections. I think we're maybe a little too hot on CeeDee Lamb, Trash Man, but it feels good to be hot on CeeDee Lamb for sure. That Don like Cowboys hat.
So this guy gets Travis Kelce. I mean, the cheat sheet says to take Najee Harris, Trash Man.
That's cool with me. Let's do it.
Okay, so let's just take Najee. We start out with Najee and Dalvin. We're going to be able to really, really, really lean back here through this next – because if we just look at it, these next picks that are coming up, we're going to have these next 24 picks or so. I mean, we're going to be able to end this thing with – do you know who we're going to end up getting? Guys right in the Michael Pittman, T. Higgins, A.J. Brown, Mike Williams, DJ Moore sort of range. We'll probably be able to get two of those guys because I'd imagine these top 17 runners – are going to be gone just based on the fact that it's been a little bit running back heavy now because with Mixon goes, then CeeDee Lamb just went right off the board here. So we got Mixon off the board. I mean, do you feel like it feels like there's a couple of little lifeboats here after those top guys we're talking about who are still going through? Of course, DeAndre Swift is one. Mike Evans goes off the board here. Justin Herbert goes, man, so people are trying to get, here's what's happening, Trashman. People are trying to get weird in this one, taking Mark Andrews and stuff early because they want different constructions than everybody else, just in case things get really weird during the season. A.J. Brown goes off the board way too early. So let's see what happens here. Aaron Jones now off the board. So Aaron Jones does go off the board before Alvin Kamara. Glad that we made that move. We'll see if Saquon goes off the board before Kamara. No, Kamara goes off the board next. So we like Saquon and we like Leonard Fournette, both better than Kamara at this point. Leonard Fournette's just going, egregiously low. Let's see. Tyreek Hill just went off the board. So now we're out of the top tier of the top 9 wide receivers. Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, CD, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Deebo Samuel, and Tyreek Hill. It feels like there's a pretty big teardrop down to these next guys I was talking about when you start talking about the Pittmans, the Keenan Allens, the Mike Williams, etc. Nick Chubb goes off the board before Fournette and Barkley, which seems odd to me. Trash man, do you like Mike Williams better than Keenan Allen this year? It was interesting. We had Justin Boone on the podcast last week, and he was saying that he let out a really good case for Mike Williams over Keenan this season. Could you ever get on board with that?
In a best ball, I could see that.
The ADPs won't let us do it quite yet, for it to not break the cheat sheet. But golly, these guys are going wide receiver heavy.
That, but I don't know that Williams will be more consistent. We've seen him be up and down. He's kind of like a roller coaster in fantasy, or it has been.
We're 8 picks away. We're going to get Leonard Fournette, Saquon Barkley, James Conner, Josh Allen, Michael Pittman, Keenan Allen, or Ezekiel Elliott. If we start out with 3 running backs, that'll be weird. It'll be a weird start, but that'll mean that we'll just be able to get, just load up through this whole area, which will be.
I think maybe we get some rookie receivers later.
Saquon Barkley at the 3.04. Leonard Fournette at the 3.05. It's just crazy. So here we go. Only Zeke and Cam Akers are left as far as our guys that we would take here in this tier before you really start focusing on either running back or maybe just go ahead and get Josh Allen and start feeling sick with yourself. If we get Josh Allen, that means we'll probably, with the next series of picks, maybe reach for a Gabriel Davis. So Ezekiel Elliott goes off the board. We're going to trash man. We have 4 picks left. I think we might get Michael Pittman here.
I like Pittman.
Shit, Pittman just went. We could end up with Josh Allen here. We could end up with Cam Akers here. Josh Allen just went. The sheet is going to say, so Keenan Allen goes next. Do you want to take, if it's Mike Williams versus Cam Akers, what do you want to go, Trash Man?
I want to go Mike Williams.
Okay, well then make a note saying that we need to move Cam Akers down 1 slot on the sheet. I can't do it right now as we're doing this. But I kind of agree. Cam Akers, it feels like he belongs 1 slot down. Let's see what they do, though. They might take Akers and they go Mike Williams. So do you want to go? Do you just want to take Akers, start out with a 3 running back start, or would you rather just deviate from the sheet and go with DJ Moore?
Let's do Akers. Why not?
Let's just take Akers. Yeah, let's get weird, man. And then see, after this, like the cheat sheet says, once you feel comfortable at a position, you can just ignore it moving forward. So it's like once we feel comfortable at running back, we can kind of half ignore this thing until we feel like we're good at some of the other spots. Because starting out with 3 is certainly not how this thing generally starts. The other thing that sucks about this, it depends on how you look at it, but Dalvin Cook and Cam Akers both week 7 buys. So that's going to be any good that week. We're going to need to make sure that these guys we pick coming up have different bye weeks. Okay, so Jalen Waddle goes off the board, and now DJ Moore goes off the board. Yeah, Trash Man. We're gonna have some sick running backs, and I'll bet you we end up getting guys like Drake London and Treylon Burks here. We have 14 seconds left to pick. It's gonna be Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, get him on the team. Got him. Got him. So we feel sick about that, right? Deshaun Watson to Amari Cooper. Let's do it. Okay. We could have also taken Kyle Pitts there. I wonder if I had a little more time. I was here talking and not thinking as much about the options we had. Would you have wanted Kyle Pitts there to get your tight end kind of taken care of?
Over Cooper? Probably not.
Okay. Pitts will go pretty soon. There he goes right there. Mahomes and Pitts go right now. We're in the spot now where it's a tier down, like we talked about, where the David Montgomerys and the Breece Halls are. I'll be interested to see if those guys go before some of these other wide receivers. We have 16. Terry McLaurin goes here. Are you in on Terry McLaurin, Trash Man? There are people who aren't.
Who are those people?
I forgot who it was. Who we had on last week or the week before last. It was either Justin Boone or Michael Leone. One of them had a good anti-McLaurin take.
Really? I mean, I think he's one of the more. If you feel good about, like, say, a DJ Moore, then I don't see how you're not going to feel good about a Terry McLaurin. We're talking about as far as their target share and as far as like being on a team that doesn't necessarily have a great quarterback.
Yep. God, now here we're getting into the spot where somebody's gonna have to take some gross guys here that they don't like the DK Metcalfs, guys like
Gino to DK,
J.K. Dobbins, people. Yeah, so there goes DK right there. Boy, but golly, it just feels like leap. I mean, people are really going to let. I don't love David Montgomery and stuff, but people are going to let him fall to the 5th round.
I like Khalil Herbert, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but people are going to be getting David Montgomery, Breece Hall, J.K. Dobbins, Travis Etienne, Antonio Gibson, all these dudes right now in the 5th round. They're officially going to be able to make that happen. So some of these guys that went elite wide receiver early, if they did get the elite wide receivers that didn't really reach for like a Deebo Samuel or one of these idiots, they're going to be looking good, with the composition of their rosters here for this thing.
Do we have that factored into the cheat sheet, that group of running backs? I mean, that maybe.
Oh yeah. 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 It's just this draft has certainly gone differently than many of the others I've been in. Maybe it's like you think that the people on this are like, it's so early in the morning, they're still drunk from last night or something.
I think people are just getting woolly with their picks at this point. If they're up this early doing it, then, they're probably degenerates like us.
Yeah. They're just really doing the thing where they're trying to. Okay, so Breece Hall and Darren Waller both go off the board. Still no Montgomery. Cortland Sutton goes off the board. So this is actually really interesting, the way that this thing's fallen. There's going to be a run here. There's going to have to be a run coming up when we get to 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, where these guys have all taken 3 wide receivers and 1 running back. So there's David Montgomery goes off the board. I mean, I would expect Dobbins, Etienne, and Gibson to go off the board pretty soon here over the course of the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks. We're 7 picks away. So we're going to be looking at Kyler Murray. I'm not sure we'll take one of those running backs. We could get Juju. I'd love to get Brandon Cooks right here. See, there goes Travis Etienne. Dobbins and Gibson are going to come pretty soon afterwards. I mean, Juju, Cooks, Allen Robinson could all be available. There goes Dobbins. Like I said, man, you do enough of these drafts, you know how this thing's going to fall. Okay, so they take DeAndre Hopkins, who we have a little bit farther down because we're not going to mess with 6 games off. And we're going to end up getting Trash Man. God damn it. This guy took Brandon Cooks. Gabriel Davis goes. Chris Godwin, who we would never take, goes. And then are we up? And Allen Robinson goes, meaning we take Juju Smith-Schuster, Trash Man. Do you like it?
It's not a sexy pick, but it's an interesting one. I mean, but he's still only 26 years old.
We're going to take him. Patrick, a good target for Patrick Mahomes. We'll see who we get here next because it's probably going to be Treylon Burks. If you had to choose between Treylon Burks and Drake London in redraft, Trash Man, which one do you choose?
London.
I can understand that. Okay, so Josh Jacobs, Elijah Mitchell. Why do you like London better than Burks? Burks is such a sick playmaker.
Because I like Woods more than a lot of people.
Okay. Well, can you make a note about flip-flopping London and Burks on here? Let's just go ahead and get London on the team. Just make a note about that so we can discuss it afterwards. All right, let's get London on this team. Amari Cooper, Juju Smith-Schuster, Drake London. I mean, God, that could be good when you got Dalvin, Najee, and Cam Akers to start this thing out. I would expect now. So we're about to get Michael. Yeah, so Michael Thomas goes off the board. All these guys, like we're about to see now. Will be where Darnell Mooney starts to go off. Rashad Bateman will go off here pretty soon. But some of these guys are still need to fill up at running back, and they're going to be a little bit of trouble. Like we're going to have to see one of these guys here it's so funny. It's like the difference between the 5th and the 6th round. In the 5th round, you were able to get J.K. Dobbins, Travis Etienne and stuff. Antonio Gibson is now falling to the 6th. And now after this, that's the final life raft is Antonio Gibson, because now your next line of running backs, trash man, is going to be guys like A.J. Dillon and Miles Sanders and Damian Harris and Clyde, stuff like that. So you figure that Mooney, Bateman, we're going to start seeing somebody's going to take a Sky Moore here. Like I said, Miles Sanders is kind of where you got to go next as far as running backs. A.J. Dillon will go. Clyde will go. Someone will take Tony Pollard. So that's one of the reasons why you want to feel a little bit good with those running backs, 2 out of those top 17, if you can get to them. There goes Clyde right there. No Rashad Bateman yet. He typically goes, he's such a trendy kind of pick. Him and Sky Moore, they both generally go right around here. Jalen Hurts. We have not been close to drafting a quarterback yet, trash man. But if we're 13 picks away, this could be an area where we end up getting one. Kyler Murray really fell. Really fell quite a ways at the 6'9". Jalen Hurts goes before Kyler Murray. What a world, right, trash man?
Yeah, I mean, I can see it though. I mean, if you're wanting to get some some variety in your lineup.
There goes Bateman. We're going to be able to probably, depending on how things fall, trash man, this could be a spot where TJ Hawkinson or Dalton Schultz kind of lands in our lap here for one of our tight ends. You don't want to wait on tight end as much in best ball as we often do in redraft. I feel like we have a pretty good life vest though built in here with I know it feels weird to say, but Rob Gronkowski goes too late in these drafts, and he's going to play this year. You know, I think he makes a great addition. Elijah Moore ends up going a lot later than you would generally think. Amon-Ra St. Brown, right about where he's priced in on the cheat sheet. Russell Wilson goes. Like I said, I feel like one of these Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, maybe Tom Brady ends up falling to us. And if we didn't want to do that, trash man, and we wanted to, like I said, get a little bit weird, we do have the ability to maybe just reach and get Deshaun Watson a little bit early to pair him up with Amari Cooper. I would not mind doing that one bit. We'll see if we can make that happen without completely breaking the sheet. But as we said, you can. There goes Burrow. As we said, you can make those little deviations to the sheet if you're trying to make a stack, if you're trying to stack these players, or if you're really thinking about making it to the final and stacking the week 17 games. There's a bunch of these week 17 games you can look at and think that there could be some big fantasy action in, like Chargers, Rams. There's another one Chiefs, Broncos. These types of games. All right, so we have Thielen, Devontae Smith, and Renfro go off the board. Devontae Smith, where's Renfro? Jesus, where is Renfro? All the way down here. How do you take it, Renfro? Okay, and then we got Tom Brady goes off the board. This is leaving maybe Dak Prescott to fall to us, trash man. A.J. Dillon goes off the board. This is going to be a decision between – so there goes Dak. So that's not even a decision anymore. It's going to be a decision between Sky Moore and T.J. Hawkinson. We're gonna get one of the two. Which one do you think?
I mean, do we shore up the Kansas City receiving game, or do we go with T.J. Hawkinson there? Are we going to get another top tier? I mean, we're relying on maybe getting Gronkowski if we think we can.
Okay, let's just get Sky and let's get the KC points.
All right.
We'll also get it. Also, maybe we can get some kind of week 17 stack somehow if we can get a Melvin Gordon later. Let's take Sky Moore. I've been able to get him enough.
So yeah, I didn't think about the two. God, it would have been nice to get Mahomes with those two guys. And maybe if Hawkinson falls back, maybe Hawkinson could fall back right here. If we get through this no Bo Sox, his 2 picks, he might not take TJ Hawk.
I mean, he has a tight end already.
Okay, so he goes Lockett and Ayuk. So we'll go Hawkinson, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go Hawkinson. And you love doing that at the 8th round. Golly. Okay. So we have all the positions in fairly good shape except quarterback. We'll be able to mess with quarterback here after a while. I don't think we're going to get completely left out of it. Dawson Knox off the board. Can't believe how this one's fallen. It's actually pretty good here. So we're like 19 picks away. By the time we pick again, we're gonna be looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna be looking at guys like probably that. Deshaun Watson could fall to where we pick again. I think he might. But we'll at that point we'll be looking at guys like Alan Lazard. Like Christian Watson, maybe the Green Bay guys. Who knows? Maybe those guys will go right now. But maybe like Olave could fall. James Cook or Devin Smith, like one of the Buffalo running backs, could fall. There goes Olave. So much for him falling. I guess that was just my wishful thinking. Pollard went. So we have now we have 17 picks until we go, and another one that might fall is Kadarius Toney. Are you in on Kadarius Toney this year at all, Trash Man?
No, I'm all Wan'Dale Robinson.
Okay.
I think the Giants hate Kadarius Toney, and he's been injury plagued, and he's kind of I don't know.
He's a
malcontent.
There goes Damian Harris. So out of this tier of running backs like the Elijah Mitchell, Miles Sanders, AJ Dillon, kind of Clyde Scrubs that we talked about earlier, the only one left is Kareem Hunt. Dallas Goedert going a little bit later than you would sometimes expect. Then we got Russell Gage and Christian Kirk. So we're starting to get into some dregs of these wide receivers. I think there are still some good ones, but we're starting to get to ones where people are having to really, really squint to get to the ones they like. And with the way that the cheat sheet's lining up, it's looking like it's hoping that Trey Lance or Matthew Stafford and or both of them just fall. I'm not sure it's going to happen. There goes
I'd be
Aaron
solid
Rodgers.
with Matthew Stafford.
What about Stafford and Lance?
Well, if you get them both.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So that's the piece on the roulette wheel that we don't have covered as far as this Chiefs receiving game, Trash Man. I guess
I'm okay with that.
I guess that one and Travis Kelce, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Valdez-Scantling. We're now at the pick. So we're into the 9th round. Pick 9.3. Kareem Hunt goes off the board. So that tier is officially over. We're now going to be looking at the Buffalo guys, I think, to be the next running backs off the board here. Alan Lazard off the board is about like we would expect. Christian Watson goes before Alan Lazard. Garrett Wilson, man, just now went. If you would have been, we always say that drafting super early before the draft can be really good for you. But Garrett Wilson was a dude that was going a lot earlier than that beforehand. You feel bad if you had all this Garrett Wilson 6th round stuff,
Yeah.
Robert Woods, who we have buried. You actually like him though this year?
I do. I think he might end up being the lead receiver for the Titans.
He needs to get healthy.
He does. I think he will though. I think he's ahead of schedule.
Trash Man, I think we might end up getting Trey Lance here. We have Trey Lance ahead of Matthew Stafford. Their ADPs are. We should probably have Stafford ahead of Lance.
Well, Stafford's got a week 7 bye, so we can't use him anyway.
Oh, when is Lance's bye? 9?
No.
Why don't we try and get both? Do you want to try and get both?
We can get both.
Just take care of quarterback right here. No, there goes Lance. Shit. Okay, well, take that off. I mean, we can get Stafford. Let's get somebody else that doesn't have that week 7 bye. It's fine. To get Stafford, maybe get Stafford and Gronk here. Because I'm not in love with like Chase Claypool. Are you in love with Devin Singletary or no. James Cook here?
I think James Cook's got some upside for sure.
But we just have such a strong starting running back crew.
I mean, you give me the option between 2 running backs.
Yeah. I wish we could go Stafford Gronk. Do you want to go Stafford Gronk?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so let's do that. So we'll go Matthew Stafford right here, and then we will maybe see if we can reach maybe.
Or do we get Watson?
What? Christian Watson?
I mean, Deshaun Watson.
Oh yeah, maybe we should do that instead of Gronk.
Yeah.
You don't think Watson might fall?
I don't know.
He won't. Gronk is more likely to fall. You just want to load up here?
Yeah.
Let's just get sick. Let's get that stack. Okay. Okay. Deshaun Watson. To Amari Cooper. All right. So look, we're set. We're set at quarterback, even if Deshaun Watson gets suspended for 6 games, because we'll have him in time for Matthew Stafford's week 7 bye. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Stafford, there we go. Derek Carr and Devin Singletary both went off the board. Devin Singletary goes off the board before James Cook. That's kind of interesting. Derek Carr off the board. Kenny Golladay off the board. I like getting Golladay this year, Trash Man.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I think I like buying into the famous last words. I like buying into the Giants offense.
I like buying into Saquon Barkley this year. That's who I'm most interested in, the Giants offense.
Yeah, man.
And Wardell Robinson.
He could have a big year. All right, so Zach Ertz and Chase Edmonds go off the board. Chase Edmonds goes off the board before where is Zach Ertz? Jesus, we don't have any interest in him. Ryan Tannehill is now going off the board, which is just great. Ryan Tannehill before like Kirk Cousins and stuff, or Tua. It's kind of weird. Ramondre Stevenson. So we're getting into some bad picks here. We might end up getting like a Dameon Pierce or something, Trash Man, if we get lucky. Let's see. Tyler Boyd goes off the board. So let's get Tyler Boyd. He's probably one of the highest ones up that we have here. Hold on. Tyler Boyd, where are you? I thought he already went off the board. I'd already marked him off. Okay, so there's James Cook. Best players available we have right now are definitely this crew of running backs: Dameon Pierce, Rashad Penny, and Melvin Gordon. I would guess that they're going to be gone before we pick, but you never know. We don't need to worry. Oh, Gronk too. If we end up getting Gronk, this is going to be just an escapade, Trash Man, just a total caper.
If you win with this one, you got to split it with me.
Yeah, well, we'll give you some kind of percentage, Trash Man, for sure. You'll get your kickback. It'll be enough to where you don't have to go visit Byron to go ride around on those boats. Let's see. So Mecole Hardman goes off the board here. Tim Patrick. Golly. Trash Man, make a note that we need to discuss moving up Tim Patrick. You
know how I feel about Tim Patrick.
Will you do that for me? I keep missing on Tim Patrick, and I just don't want to. I'm looking at how do I have him below Devontae Parker on here? It's like these are the things you don't realize until you're actually in the drafts. God damn it. There goes Gronkowski. I knew it. Okay, so look, we're going to get swindled at tight end, but maybe we'll be able to wait a little bit for a few rounds from now. Maybe then Alberto will fall. Sometimes Hunter Henry and Irv Smith fall. Cole Kmet will fall. David Njoku will fall. We'll see what we can do there. But, man, Gronk feels like one of those guys right now who's just people don't realize that he's still Gronk and he's going to play. Somebody just took Devin Duvernay right here at 11-5.
I think Alberto's going to get sick this season.
Devin Duvernay this early, man. I would say just you do you, dude. You fucking can do
Alberto
that.
with a Russell Wilson.
Okay, so Trash Man, we did talk earlier about maybe doing the Kansas City Denver stack here. I would generally like to take Dameon Pierce or Rashad Penny over Melvin Gordon. Do you want to take Melvin Gordon to stack that Week 17 game? Or do you want to take Rashad Penny or Dameon Pierce? Pierce is not going to be available. Pierce just went.
Take Pierce.
Pierce is not available. He just went.
Not.
He just went.
Well, Michael Gallup. Let's go Gordon then. Let's stack it.
What about Rashad Penny though? What if he goes as big?
I like Rashad Penny more.
What if he goes as big as he did last year?
Let's get Penny then. I mean, if we're not talking about that week 17, then I like Penny.
I like Penny too, and that's what the cheat sheet says to do. We'll see. The cheat sheet might. I mean, somebody could take. Well, he just took Penny. Fuck him. All right.
Some of these people are listening along.
These guys, man. All right, let's just go ahead and stack the game, trash man. Let's get Melvin Gordon here, and basically after this, he is a week 9 bye. Fuck. All right. Well, so we got 2 guys that we're gonna end up needing to take one more running back, trash man, that doesn't have a week 7 or a week 9 bye, and we'll just do it a whole lot later. I think it might be Keontae Ingram, or maybe Tyler Algier, depending on what these guys leave for us and whether or not they are indeed listening to this stream. We did actually say that we're going to be doing this, and we put it out on YouTube, and we told people to go ahead and join if they wanted to play along. They're just like playing a poker game where we just continually show them our hand. Okay, so we're back up. Shit. Let me go back to the cheat sheet. So we can go with.
Do you want to get Alberto? I like. Alberto.
Let's just get him right now. Let's get Alberto right now. We'll be done with the tight ends because it was a choice. It was good, trash man. That was a choice between Jarvis Landry, Alberto, and Justin Fields. We're now ignoring quarterback and tight end. Yep, we're now ignoring quarterback and tight end, and so we can just kind of take them off the board for us unless somebody falls that we really love. And then, what do you think about Jarvis in New Orleans these days? Do you like him better than Devontae Parker in New England? I think I do.
No, I mean, well, not necessarily. I think he and Michael Thomas kind of fill the same role. I think Devontae Parker in a best ball, I think maybe he's a little bit more interesting.
Justin Fields just went, so he's now off the board. Not that we care. Robert Tonyan goes. We're starting to get into some of these scrubby tight ends like we talked about. There goes Irv, like we talked about too. Like we said, like the Alberto, Irv Smith area, we thought we were going to be able to have one of those guys fall to us when Gronkowski didn't. It turns out that is the case. Michael Carter goes off the board a little earlier than you generally see Michael Carter go. Here goes Isaiah Spiller. So now we're into this kind of Rashad White, Isaiah Spiller, Alexander Madison kind of. I think Tyler Algier belongs here in this land, though, trash man. I think if Algier falls to us, what do you think? Are you interested? Are you interested in Tyler Algier? You think he's gonna win the Atlanta starting running back job?
I mean, I think he very well could, and I don't think there's that much competition ahead of him. I feel like Cordell Patterson's going to be used more as a receiver this season. I feel like there's a lot of upside there for Algier.
Especially down to the goal line, right? It's all right. So there goes Jarvis Landry. Trash me. We could end up in a spot where we're choosing between Tyler Algier and George Pickens. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
get them both maybe at the same turn. There goes Hunter Henry.
Have a lot of competition there for targets.
Do you like DJ Chark in Detroit better than George Pickens?
Oh, I hate anything attached. Well, I feel like the quarterback situation in Pittsburgh might be slightly better, and so maybe Pickens, gets the nod there.
So we got Jahan Dotson who just goes off the board. Jahan Dotson is going so later than the rest of these rookies, for sure. But yeah, I'm not a huge Jahan Dotson landing spot guy.
What about Pickens goes off for our next running back?
No. If we take another running back, I want it to be Algier or I want it to be Keontae Ingram, and then I want to be done. There goes Van Jefferson. Why do you want Mostert?
I mean, he could win that running back competition.
Out of 5 of these assholes? Are you kidding?
You don't think so?
It's going to be him. It's going to be Chase Edmonds. It's going to be like Sony Michel. It's going to be every.
But Mostert, he's got that San Francisco connection. I feel like I feel like he could end up at least being the 1A in that
for 2 weeks until he gets hurt. Kenny Gainwell, Corey Davis both go off the board.
Khalil Herbert back there. I really like Khalil Herbert this season so far.
Kenny Gainwell. Where the hell's do I even have him on this? Why would anybody ever take Kenny Gainwell? Corey Davis. Okay, we have 4 picks until it's us. There goes Tolbert. Trashman, make a note. I want Tolbert above DJ Chark. Just make a note of that. I would have taken Tolbert here. All right, well, Chark goes off the board with the very next one. So David Bell is going to be available. Do you think – oh, David Bell, stack. Trashman. Let's get David Bell.
Okay.
Come on, Dave, come on. Let's get the Cleveland stack. David Bell, fall to us. Let's do this. Is he going to? Come on, Tricky 8181.
Hopefully he's not listening in.
And hopefully he's not – what he's going to do, he's going to – KJ Osborne. Perfect. Okay, thank you for that. KJ, where the hell is Osborne on the sheet? Is he even on this sheet? There he is. Will Fuller. Perfect. Dude, we're going to get David Bell. What do you think?
I like shoring up more of that Cleveland.
famous last words.
I don't know how famous they are.
Yeah. And then let's see if Algier falls to us. Algier is actually next up in the queue. So if this guy times out,
I said we don't get Algier, Khalil Herbert. I like Khalil Herbert this season.
Okay, so why do you like Khalil Herbert so much this season? That's like the 5th time that you've mentioned.
I mean, no Tariq Cohen. I think there's news that they're gonna go run heavy out of Chicago, in the zone. I feel like it's going to shape up well for Khalil Herbert.
Well, I'm sorry, we're not going to get Herbert. We're going to go ahead and go with our 5th and final running back here. We'll go with Tyler Algier. And the only reason I took 5 running backs here, I would have stopped at 4, considering how strong that is. Dalvin, Najee, Cam Akers, and Melvin Gordon. I would have stopped there, except for the fact that Dalvin and Cam Akers both have week 7 buys, and let me make sure. Yeah, they both have week 7 buys. Melvin Gordon and Najee Harris both have week 9 buys. So we're gonna need Algier to fill in on those 2 weeks for those spots. And then if one of those guys gets hurt, they just get hurt, and that's this will be a dead entry. But like we said, we're trying to stack this thing, trying to give us the best chance to win. Okay, so Darrell Henderson went off the board right before Algier did. I didn't even mention him because he's just so far off my radar.
How many picks do we have left?
We'll have 3 more picks after this. So mainly it'll just be high-end upside wide receiver trash, man. Yeah. Alec Pierce goes, David Njoku goes, because at this point I'm ready to give up the ghost at quarterback, at running back, and at tight end. So we'll just keep an eye on what happens here. I mean, unless Keontae Ingram is somebody who I really want to have, just because in Arizona it really feels like James Conner's going to get hurt.
Yeah, he's never played a complete season.
And Keontae Ingram is just better than Eno Benjamin. I mean, we've seen them both up close and live in person. I mean, going back to when they were both in high school here in Texas,
he's bigger and faster.
It's been pretty obvious. So okay, so Noah Fant. Andy can. I mean, he's just as good a pass catcher.
Yeah.
Keontae catches a bunch of balls. Okay, Noah Fant goes off. I'm always consistently amazed to see how long Logan Thomas lasts. People just forget that he was like a top 7 or 8 tight end last year before he got hurt. Khalil Herbert finally goes, trash man. There's your boy. Pick 14 at the 14-15 round turn.
It's going to provide a lot of value.
Well, make a note that we should move him up, okay? And then I'll get him moved up. Tyrion Davis Price also goes. Let's see. Yeah, so right now the way it's looking for us is Alec Pierce goes. Yeah, so we're gonna end up finishing this draft with like guys like Nico Collins and
What about a KJ Hamler? Think he'll fall?
Oh, dude, KJ Hamler might. Yeah. Do you like KJ Hamler better than Marvin Jones in Jacksonville? Marvin Jones is going to have a couple games where he scores 2 touchdowns. So he's going to make your optimal lineup 2 or 3 times. Marvin Jones will. It's not sexy to say, but he absolutely will.
I suppose so.
Do you like Curtis Samuel better than either of those guys that I just mentioned?
No.
Really?
I mean, as a prospect, as a player, yes.
There goes Marvin Jones to whoever's to Go Fast Joey. What's up, Go Fast Joey? Keontae Ingram ends up going too. All right. Maybe they really are listening. Zach Wilson's already off the board. John Mechie ends up going off the board. Another dude like Jameson Williams, there goes Hamler, trash man. We're going to end up with, we have 3 picks away. We might get Curtis Samuel. It's going to be Curtis Samuel or it's going to be Nico Collins. I'll bet you. If not, it could be, here goes Curtis Samuel. What if we just went Donovan Peoples-Jones and just
that'd be interesting.
We could. We'll see what happens here. We have so there's 2 picks in front of us. I mean, what we have up next is going to be Nico Collins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, or Paris Campbell. You have a strong. We'll probably end up getting 2 of those guys.
Where do you think Odell Beckham's going to end up?
I don't know. I'm not taking Odell Beckham. You want to take Donovan Peoples-Jones and just make this the ultimate stack of the Cleveland passing game?
Let's do it.
Okay. Go Browns, I guess.
I always like rooting for them. It's just, never works out.
Yeah. Oh, but we have Amari Cooper plus the 3 wide receiver set, right?
Yeah.
Winston goes off the board. The starting 3 wide receivers.
Maybe we get Wan'Dale Robinson
on a very run heavy team. Let's see, Robbie Anderson. I mean, if you like Wan'Dale, do you like Wan'Dale better than Calvin Austin? If you love him that much, I haven't got much of him. I'll bet you he does pop off for one big game. Let's get Wan'Dale just for trash, man. We're deviating from the cheat sheet, but what the heck, right?
Yeah.
So we'll get Wan'Dale, and we're down to our final 2 picks. So this is the point where if you can go nuts with whoever you like. I've been taking Nico Collins here because because I love Nico Collins. I think he's set for a breakout year. There goes Odell Beckham. So trash man, they are listening to you for sure. Is Nico even anywhere near the top of the queue here? No. So no one's going to take Nico, I don't think, before the next pick. We'll see. You never know. Any idea why Logan Thomas falls so far?
He's just because he was injured for, I think, the majority of the latter half of that last season. People just aren't really thinking about him.
Gerald Everett and Kendrick Bourne go off. I can't imagine being interested in Kendrick Bourne.
Well, did Thomas just go?
Yeah, he did.
I think somebody heard.
All right, so Logan Thomas is out. He would have been by far the player we would take in. So Taysom Hill, what do you think about this interesting tactic? Everybody takes Taysom Hill as a 3rd tight end just in case he gets to play quarterback this year. Then you get that.
With one of your last 2 picks, that's not a terrible strategy.
You don't hate it at all.
No.
Did I pick it to be? Do we only have 2 picks left, right? Yeah. So we have their 17th. So we have a pretty. As soon as we get to the pick at the end of the 17th round here, we have 14 picks till our picks, and then
do we like AJ Green in Arizona with D Hop out?
You can make a note of that. We could stand to move up AJ Green a little bit. Can you make a note of that?
Yeah.
Make a note on Wan'Dale too, because faced with the situation, I did kind of like taking Wan'Dale there. Brian Robinson Jr. goes. Oh shit! A bunch of these guys just went off. Evan Ingram goes. Hayden Hurst goes. Hassan Haskins ended up going. So that's somebody just betting on their guy, or betting on Derrick Henry injury, I suppose. Hassan Haskins is a big kind of man. He's kind of that same prototype. CJ Uzama goes off the board. All this Marlon Mack goes. That's a good pick, man, here in the 17th round. We're into round 17, and Marlon Mack just now went off the board. A full, 9 rounds after Dameon Pierce? It's a good pick. Okay, so 8 picks away. We're going to be looking at guys like, what do you think about, if AJ Green sticks around, do you want to take him? What about like Bryan Edwards in Atlanta?
I like AJ Green a little bit more.
AJ Green just went off. All right, make a note about AJ Green. What about Velus?
I like Velus.
I do too. Maybe Velus will fall to us. I don't think anybody's gonna take Velus Jones. We could also. Calvin Austin's available. I think Laviska might still be available. You think Laviska would ever give us a? I'm not a huge. I'm not a guy who's always been all over Laviska Shenault, but like, there goes Nico. Shit. Maybe Paris Campbell. How about Paris Campbell? Let's see if we get Paris Campbell. That's what the cheat sheet says to do. So we should probably go ahead and do it if he's going to be available.
He says he's healthy.
He always says he's healthy,
but he's been practicing in full.
So Zamir White also just went off the board. I think that's a pretty sharp pick. He could come in to play a big role if anything were to happen to Josh Jacobs. God damn it, you guys! Are you kidding me? This dude's lit. This guy's like Paris Campbell. Like he's not even close to the queue.
Yeah, I think we're definitely getting swindled a little bit.
Sony Michel, Laviska Shenault, Robbie Anderson, Calvin Austin, Velus, Amari Rogers.
You should just say somebody like completely off the chart.
Okay.
And see if somebody picks them up. Then we'll know.
What about Cedric Wilson, trash man? I'm playing. No, we don't want Cedric Wilson. All right, so we're on the clock. Byron Pringle just went off. We can go with any of these guys.
Is Velus there?
Yeah, Velus is there. Do you want to take Velus? It's a bunch of rookie wide receivers. I don't care, though. Draft Velus Jones right now. Then we have our final pick. We need to take another wide receiver. It's going to be all the rookies. You want if Viska's still around, do you want to take Laviska with our final pick? Calvin Austin, Amari Rogers, Bryan Edwards. What about Bryan Edwards?
Bryan Edwards, that seems like a decent option.
Make a note about Bryan Edwards. So draft him, and we'll go over our final team here. We ended up with a build here of a 2-5-9-2. Our 2 quarterbacks are Matthew Stafford and Deshaun Watson. Our 5 running backs are Dalvin Cook, Najee Harris, Cam Akers, Melvin Gordon, and Tyler Algier. Our wide receivers are just an epic Deshaun Watson stack of Amari Cooper, David Bell, and Donovan Peoples-Jones, along with a Week 17 stack of Juju Smith-Schuster and Sky Moore to pair with Melvin Gordon. We also got Drake London. We also got Wan'Dale Robinson, Velus Jones, and Bryan Edwards. And then, of course, at the tight end, we continued with our Week 17 stack with Denver, and we took Alberto. We also took TJ Hawkinson. So that's how that one went. And certainly appreciate everybody tuning in and kind of watching us as we went through it. There are going to be a couple things, though, that we want to kind of clean up here on the sheet, because after every time we take this opportunity to sort of review things that we might have changed. So Trashman, since I was in the middle of kind of handling the sheet and doing the draft, can you tell me what it was that we had mentioned that we wanted to maybe change, since under the gun we came to some different conclusions than we did when we're just running projections and having these slotted versus their ADPs?
Well, we want to move Akers down one spot.
Down to where Mike Williams is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Anything else?
Flip London and Burks.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, that's done.
Move up Tim Patrick, maybe.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Do you like Tim Patrick more than Jarvis Landry?
Yeah.
Do you like him more than Gallup?
No.
Okay, so let's move. And I'm guessing you like Robert Woods better than both those guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move Robert Woods ahead of Landry. Oh shit! Don't do that. Oh shit! What did I do here? Okay, so Robert Woods ahead of Landry, and then we will go Tim Patrick ahead of Landry as well, because we like him better than Landry, George Pickens, and Devontae Parker, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm not – I mean, would you rather have had Brandon Cooks than Juju Smith-Schuster in this deal?
Yes.
I think I would have too. So let's do that. Even though, we're not getting enough Brandon Cooks, and I don't like that very much. Okay. Anything else you wrote down?
To move Tolbert above Chark.
Okay. So Jalen Tolbert, new Cowboys wide receiver, will get him moved above DJ Chark. Do you like him more than Devontae Parker and George Pickens? I think I do.
Pickens.
Do you like him more than Jarvis?
I'd say they're probably comparable.
Okay, but I think I do, and I think I would
like. He's in a better offense.
I would have liked the decision between Jalen Tolbert and Tyler Algier, so I'm going to build that in. Okay. A decision between Tyler Algier, Jalen Tolbert, and Albert O. I like that. Okay, and then
move up Khalil Herbert.
Okay, so you like Khalil Herbert better than Keontae Ingram and Gus Edwards?
I like him better than Edwards.
Okay, so I'll just move him. I mean that moves him up a little bit. Okay. Anything else?
Maybe move up AJ Green and Wandale.
Okay, so AJ Green. Do you like AJ Green better than Robbie Anderson and Laviska Shenault?
Yes.
Do you like him better than Joshua Palmer?
Yeah.
Okay. But not better than Paris Campbell.
No.
Okay. Wandale, do you like him better than Joshua Palmer? I know you like it better than Laviska.
Yeah.
I think I know exactly where he needs to go. Okay, so I'll move him up. I'm gonna move him above Joshua Palmer. Here's the thing about Palmer. I mean, how can you have two guys who are both top 10 in targets and Keenan Allen and Mike Williams and have Joshua Palmer do anything? You have Gerald Everett there now too. So it's not going to happen for him. And then let's move with Brian Edwards because I took him over Laviska Shenault.
Yeah.
So let's get him up too. So Edwards. That's the final one that you have there. That's all you got?
Yeah, that was all we talked about.
Somebody in the chat saying move AJ Green up. We certainly did. Trashman. Is it 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns incoming for your boy AJ Green?
Maybe he could maybe light things up the first 6 games.